Another obscure race is Nebraska, where independent Dan Osborne is giving incumbent Deb Fischer the race of her lifetime. She is currently trailing Dan Osborne by a wide margin. In Michigan, retiring Senator Debbie Stabenow gave up her seat. Alyssa Slotkin, the representative, is trying to take it. She is currently leading against Republican Mike Rogers in Michigan. The marquee race of the hour, non-presidentially, is in Ohio, where Bernie Moreno has a lead over Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown, who is trying to fight that red tide of Ohio. If Republicans win this race, they believe that they will win the Senate, so definitely one to keep an eye on. A new preliminary report shows that fewer freshmen are enrolled in college this semester. Schools reported a 5% drop in freshman enrollment across higher education. That's the first decline since the pandemic. Four-year public and private nonprofit institutions reported the largest decline in freshmen. But according to the National Student Clearinghouse Research Center, the overall number of undergraduates is 3% higher than last year. That figure is still below what it was in 2019. The National Student Clearinghouse Research Center represents about 52% of colleges and universities. The nonprofit organization expects to release its final numbers from more schools in January. Well, taking a look at Georgia, that race has narrowed, but former President Trump is in the lead here, leading by approximately 5 points with 77% of the vote in, looking in decent shape there. In Michigan, Vice President Harris has a lead right now of almost 53%, but just 13% of the vote in, a long way to go in the Great Lakes state. We're going to head down to North Carolina, where former President Trump has a lead here with 63% of the vote, leading by around 4.5 percentage points with 63% in. Going back up north to Pennsylvania, this race has narrowed over time. Vice President Harris only leads by 4.5 points. This is going to be a super close race as time goes on. Definitely one to pay attention to. The Environmental Protection Agency has issued stricter rules when it comes to lead paint dust in homes and child care facilities. Any level is considered hazardous now in EPA's new requirements issued Thursday. Even low levels of lead exposure can be unsafe, and particularly to children. It can hurt brain development and cause long-term health complications. Even though lead is no longer an ingredient in paints, it is still found in older buildings and homes. The lead dust rules are part of a broader Biden administration effort to reduce lead exposure across the country, officials say. Getting 312 electoral votes to Vice President Harris's 226. He also made some deeper blue states closer than usual, including New York and Illinois. But taking a look at the Senate, the Republican success did not carry down ballot in some states. Democrats, although losing the Senate, held up in states like Nevada, Arizona, Michigan, and Wisconsin.